In the heart of Bantu village, where the market was always filled with chatter, music, and the scent of fresh spices, there was one food stall that stood above the rest. Mama Kunda's yam porridge was the most famous dish in the land. Thick, rich, and flavorful, it warmed the belly and filled the soul. People traveled from far and wide just to taste it. Some said it gave them strength, others claimed it made their worries disappear. Even the chief himself sent his servants to buy bowls of it. But strange things happened to those who ate Mama Kunda's yam porridge. A skilled fisherman, who once caught the biggest fish, suddenly forgot how to cast his net. A young woman, known for her beautiful singing voice, lost her melody. A warrior, feared on the battlefield, became weak and full of doubt. One by one, the strongest and brightest people of the village became empty, lost, and without purpose. But no one suspected Mama Kunda. She was kind, always smiling, always generous. Who would ever doubt her? No one, except Lemba, a street boy with sharp eyes and an even sharper mind. Lemba had spent his whole life in the marketplace, watching people. He saw things others didn't. And what he saw about Mama Kunda troubled him. He noticed how her customers always left with a dazed look in their eyes, as if something had been taken from them. He noticed how her yam porridge pot never emptied, no matter how many people she served. And strangest of all, he noticed that Mama Kunda never ate her own food. One evening, as the sun dipped behind the hills, Lemba decided to follow her. She packed up her stall and walked out of the market, past the village, beyond the river, and into the dark forest where no one dared to go. Lemba crept behind her, careful not to be seen. She walked until she reached an ancient well, so old that the earth around it was cracked and dry. She knelt beside it, placed her pot down, and whispered, "I bring you another feast." A terrible wind rose from the well, swirling like a storm. Lemba felt his skin prickle as a dark shadow slithered out of the well. It had no face, no form, just shifting blackness. It opened a gaping mouth, and from Mama Kunda's pot, something invisible floated out. Lemba couldn't see it, but he could feel it. Something important, something powerful was being swallowed by the darkness. Then, the shadow spoke in a deep, rasping voice. "The more you bring, the stronger we become. Keep feeding us, and you shall never age, never grow weak." Lemba's heart pounded. Mama Kunda wasn't just selling food, she was stealing people's destinies and feeding them to spirits in exchange for eternal youth. Lemba knew no one would believe him without proof. He needed help. The next morning, he went to the village shaman, Baba Osei, an old man with eyes that saw beyond the ordinary. Baba Osei listened carefully as Lemba explained everything he had seen. The old man nodded gravely and said, "This is an ancient evil. It must be stopped before our village is left with nothing but empty shells of people." Together, they prepared a powerful ritual. That evening, Baba Osei and Lemba went to the marketplace. When Mama Kunda set up her stall, Baba Osei stepped forward and called for the villagers to gather. "Mama Kunda's yam porridge is cursed," he declared. A murmur spread through the crowd. Mama Kunda laughed. "Old man, have you lost your mind? I have fed this village for years." Baba Osei held up a single bowl of yam porridge and smashed it onto the ground. A strange mist rose from the spilled food, soft and glowing like moonlight. The villagers gasped as the mist took shape. It was the image of the fisherman, standing by the river, casting his net with skill. Then it changed into the singer, her voice lifting in a beautiful melody. Then the warrior, standing tall, his courage returned. Their stolen destinies had been trapped inside the yam porridge. The truth was out. The villagers turned to Mama Kunda in horror. "What have you done to us?" they cried. Mama Kunda's smile vanished. She grabbed her pot and tried to run, but Baba Osei raised his staff and spoke a powerful incantation. A terrible wind howled through the marketplace. The ground shook. The air turned cold. From the shadows, the spirits Mama Kunda had served for so long appeared. Their whispers grew louder, rising into an angry roar. "You have fed us well, Mama Kunda," they hissed. "But now it is your turn to be devoured." She screamed as black tendrils wrapped around her, pulling her towards the spirit world. She struggled, pleaded, but it was too late. With one final shriek, Mama Kunda was swallowed by the darkness. The wind stopped. The ground stilled. Silence fell over the marketplace. As the villagers watched in shock, something miraculous happened. The fisherman blinked as if waking from a dream. I feel like I've been asleep for years. The singer touched her throat. A note escaped her lips, clear, strong, beautiful. The warrior stood tall, his fear gone, his strength restored. One by one, the villagers who had eaten Mama Kunda's yam porridge felt their destinies returning to them. The heaviness lifted from their souls. Their dreams, their hopes, their strength, it all came back. From that day on, no one dared to eat food from a stranger without knowing its source. And every child in the village was told the story of Mama Kunda, the woman who stole destinies, and the boy who saved them all.